This is not just bread. This is sourdough. A living legacy, nurtured through generations. Its very essence a testament to time, patience, and tradition. But within its ancient starter lies a chilling, unsettling secret. For centuries, the Hawthorne family guarded their most prized possession, a sourdough starter, passed down through their lineage, said to hold the very soul of their ancestral home. But every time the eldest heir attempted to perfect the legendary Hawthorne Loaf, they would vanish without a trace. Tonight we will uncover how this revered family tradition, a symbol of continuity, became the heart of a chilling inheritance curse, consuming lives and erasing entire branches of a bloodline. The question isn't just who vanished, it's what secrets the sourdough starter truly held. And will the last desperate heir break the cycle, or be forever lost in the crumbling legacy of the Hawthorne House? If your palate craves gothic mystery and your mind hungers for tales of ancient family secrets, stick with Cuisine. The Sourdough Enigma begins now. To truly understand the enigma, we must first appreciate its core. The sourdough starter. A living organism, a symbiotic culture of wild yeasts and bacteria, constantly fed and nurtured. The Hawthorne family starter was legendary, dating back to the 17th century, rumored to have survived wars, famines, and countless family feuds. Each loaf baked from it was said to carry the essence of their ancestors, a taste of history. The Hawthorne manor stood stoic and imposing on a windswept cliff, a monument to old money and forgotten traditions. The family, once powerful industrialists, had slowly receded from public life, guarding their wealth and their increasingly eccentric rituals within the decaying walls of their ancestral home. Central to these rituals was the Hawthorne Loaf, a specific sourdough recipe, said to be a rite of passage for the eldest son or daughter, symbolizing their readiness to inherit the family's vast but burdensome legacy. The curse began in the early 20th century. Elias Hawthorne, a brilliant but reclusive baker, vanished shortly after declaring he had finally perfected the Hawthorne Loaf. Then his daughter Amelia, decades later, met the same fate. Each time, the only thing left behind was a perfectly baked loaf of sourdough, still warm, and the untouched starter still bubbling with life. The disappearances were always dismissed as eccentric runaways, but the pattern was undeniable and chilling. If the haunting allure of ancient curses and culinary mysteries has you spellbound, please hit the like button on this video. Your support helps Cuisine unearth these crumbling tales from the past. Our story focuses on Clara Hawthorne, the last direct heir in the present day. A young, pragmatic woman, Clara had always scoffed at the curse. But when her own father, Marcus, vanished after baking his perfect loaf, she could no longer deny the chilling reality. Driven by grief and a desperate need for answers, she returned to the desolate Hawthorne manor, determined to break the cycle. Clara inherited not just the manor, but also the ancient sourdough starter, carefully kept alive by the family's stoic and long-serving housekeeper, Mrs. Gable. Mrs. Gable, with her creased face and knowing eyes, hinted at things best left undisturbed. But Clara was determined to disturb them all. She meticulously began to study the Hawthorne Loaf recipe, a complex, almost arcane document filled with precise measurements, specific fermentation times, and an unusual instruction: feed the starter with the soil of our ancestors. Clara despite her skepticism, followed every step. The soil of our ancestors was a small bag of earth kept in the family vault. As she kneaded the dough, a strange feeling washed over her. Not fear, but a heightened awareness, a subtle connection to the past. She noticed tiny, almost microscopic flecks in the aged starter. Not mold, but something crystalline, almost like polished dust. It was the taste of the past, literally in every bite of the bread. Don't let these crumbling secrets remain buried. Don't let these crumbling secrets remain buried. If you're on the edge of your seat, craving to know if Clara will uncover the truth behind the vanishing heirs, make sure you hit that subscribe button now and join the Cuisine family. We have many more chilling domestic mysteries waiting for you. Clara, now consumed by the mystery, consulted with a brilliant, eccentric geneticist, Dr. Hawthorne. She provided him with samples of the Hawthorne sourdough starter, along with hair samples from her vanished father and other ancestors. Dr. Thorne, initially skeptical of the curse, was intrigued by the unusual composition of the starter. Dr. Thorne's analysis delivered a shocking revelation. The crystalline dust in the sourdough starter wasn't mere soil. It contained microscopic fragments of ancient human bone dust, specifically from the Hawthornes' direct ancestors. This wasn't a culinary tradition. It was a macabre, centuries-old ritual of genetic preservation. The soil of our ancestors was quite literal. The truth behind the curse was horrifying. The Hawthornes hadn't been cursed. They had been performing a gruesome genetic experiment. The founders of the family were obsessed with preserving their unique intellectual abilities, fearing dilution of their genius through marriage to outsiders. The sourdough starter was not just a symbol of legacy. It was a living, evolving repository of their ancestral DNA. The vanishing heirs weren't disappearing into thin air. They were being isolated and slowly reintegrated into the sourdough starter itself, their essence, their very genetic material becoming part of the bread, enriching the living legacy. The perfection of the loaf, the final stage of the ritual, was when the current heir's DNA was fully incorporated, and they were then committed to a hidden, secluded chamber of the manor, becoming living libraries of ancestral knowledge, fed by the very bread that consumed them, preserving the family's pure lineage. Mrs. Gable, the stoic housekeeper, was not just a servant, she was the guardian of this gruesome secret, ensuring the disappearances continued, believing it was for the good of the great family. Clara, horrified by the truth, discovered her father, Marcus, alive but utterly disoriented and frail within a hidden, soundproof chamber perpetually fed by the sourdough bread, his mind a fragmented archive of generations. He had become a living library, just like those before him. The Hawthorne curse was a twisted form of immortality, a grotesque family secret. Thank you for joining us on this chilling journey into the Sourdough Enigma on Crime Cuisine. If this intricate tale of gothic horror, genetic manipulation, and a truly monstrous family legacy satisfied your craving for dark mysteries, please show your support by hitting the like button, sharing this video with fellow fans of disturbing secrets, and, crucially, subscribing to our channel. We unravel a new culinary enigma every week. What ancient family tradition in your culture do you believe might harbor a secret far deeper than its surface suggests? And what's a dish that, in hindsight, makes you wonder about its true ingredients? Share your insights and any chilling culinary mysteries you've encountered in the comments below. Until next time, stay discerning, and remember, some legacies
are best left to crumble.